As a graphic designer, one skill you must master is the skill of retouching your pictures before you use them for your designs. Now, one thing should always inform how your pictures are edited or retouched. When you look at the environment of your design, like the colors you are using and everything that is in the frame of your design, that should inform the kind of retouching you give to your pictures. Now that's why you see most flyers, they have a different environment, like a different look, and the picture that is being placed on them looks as if it's not part of the design, because the picture was not well edited, or it was not actually well retouched by the designer, in quote. So today I will be taking you through how you can retouch your pictures before using them. Alright, so you can actually do a little bit of retouching with your CorelDRAW, but most importantly, the software we use for editing of pictures is actually Photoshop, because Photoshop is actually built primarily for what? Graphics and for manipulations. When I will be taking you through how you can design advanced posters in this course, this 30 days course, you will have a broader understanding of what I'm trying to explain. So let me open. I already have a picture in Photoshop, and I will open my Photoshop. I already have the picture opened. So this is the picture we'll be working on. I will be working with. Now if you look at this picture was actually taken in a studio, and you can see that the picture is not actually having a professional feel. It's still natural. It has not been retouched. Now when you are editing pictures, you have to know the production output of your screen. That's the color production output of your screen. If you did desktop publishing, where you set the resolution of your screen and the color mode of your screen, you will understand what I'm talking about. Desktop publishing is actually the basis of computer literature or computer knowledge. So when you are editing, know that what my screen is going to be producing is not what your screen is going to give to you. Even if we are using the same parameters, even if we are using the same functions, even if we are using the same editing parameters. Now, my screen produces one of the best RGB output so far. My screen is not a glossy screen. My screen is a matte screen. It's not that kind of screen that looks like liquid. It's that kind of screen that looks like velvet. That's my computer screen. So it's not actually a liquid LED kind of screen. So first of all, what I would do, primarily this picture to me looks dark. There are some dark spots in this picture. So how do I actually edit them? Now you must understand that there are different plugins that works with Photoshop for you to get a real professional photo edit. I'll be making use of my Camera Raw. Now if you don't have Camera Raw, I will still show you where you can actually edit your images, which is this image menu. Now when you click on this image menu, you will see mode, you will see adjustments, and you will see every other thing here. auto tone, auto contrast, auto color. Now if you come to adjustment, which is the second option there, you will see the different parameters for editing your image, from your brightness, your contrast, your levels, your curves, your exposure, your vibrance, your hue and saturation, and color balance, black and white, photo filter, channel mixer, color lookup, and every other thing. Now, like I said, this picture is having some dark spots. So if I am using this first option, go to adjustment. Primarily what I will do is to brighten up this picture first. So I'm going to be taking brightness and contrast. I shared a file containing shortcuts in Photoshop. All these things I'm doing, they actually have shortcuts. If you look at them, they have shortcuts written at the front. So when you hit those hotkeys, the functions are going to come out. So I'll first of all brighten up this picture. You can see the difference. If you are saying use legacy, that's the settings you've used before for a particular image. So I'm not using legacy. So brighten up my picture, and my vibrance, which has to do with the color tone, saturation, which also has to do with your color tone. All right, my vibrance, I'll take my vibrance. You can see the picture is coming out well now with colors. So when you have something like this, you know the person's image you are seeing is not actually someone who is light skinned like this. So reduce your saturation to have the natural feel. Okay, Photoshop is loading. You can see that there's a big difference now between the first picture we have and this one. Okay, let's add contrast. Contrast will make it look a little bit darker. All right, so I think it's bringing back the dark spot. So I will say Ctrl Z. So you can see that this picture and the first, they are not actually the same. They are not the same. You can see the whole difference. You can see the whole difference between this, okay, and this. This is the first, the one we had, and this is the one we've edited. So let's go back. Let me use my camera raw. I will hold down my control, my shift, and hit letter A on my keyboard. Camera Raw is a more advanced plugin for editing pictures, where you can make the picture sharper, you can make it smoother, you can make it more lively, you can add more life to it, add more clarity to the picture. So quickly, let's run through this. All right, so let me zoom the image so that you can see the difference. Okay, so let's start with our vibrance. Let's see if we can make the color more lively. All right, I'm not touching the saturation because I won't need it. Okay, my vibrance is at +68, and my clarity, you can see that the picture will come alive more. You can see what the clarity is doing now. It's making the picture look real, like coming alive. You can see the detail on the picture, they are now coming alive. Has the function of the clarity. Now for the dark spots, I'm going to be removing them by increasing my blacks. That's the range of my blacks. The white will do the same thing. You can close. Okay, so if there are shadows on the picture, like dark spots around the picture on the face, you can remove them, or you can bring it down. Like you can see there's a shadow here, so I could remove that. Okay, contrast, exposure will actually brighten the picture. You can see this is the function of exposure, but we don't want all that. Okay, so if you come here, detail, you see sharpening to increase photo. Let's enhance the sharpening of the image. You can see the detail on the face of this image, like the detail is coming out. Look at the detail on the image. Every detail is coming out. So then this noise reduction, if you want to reduce the noise on the picture, like those detail, you can make the image smooth by increasing your luminance. You can see what, so if the person's face is too rough, you can see how you can make it smooth. So that's the function of this luminance. So, but I actually love my pictures being naturally detailed. So let's go back. You can see, then click OK. Now you see the difference now between this picture and the one that is about loading. Let's wait for Photoshop to load the changes. Wow, now you can see the difference between both pictures. You can see the difference between both pictures. Now we can decide to crop out this, crop this out, click on commit or hit enter on your keyboard. You can see the difference between the first picture and this one. So that's how you retouch your images in Photoshop before you use them. If I'm to use this image now for a particular design, I will still have to retouch it a little for it to fit into the environment in which I'm using it. For instance, I actually use this image for a design. I use this image for a particular design. Alright, you can see the same image on this background. That's the same image, and you can see that there is a little bit of red touch on it. The picture is looking a little bit red, like there is a red touch on it. That's for it to blend with this background. I wanted the feel of this red to be on this picture so that this look as if both the background and the image, they are actually what? Together. So let's look at another example. Look at this image on a blue background. You can see it's natural. Now I will show you another image. I think, okay, I edited this image personally, and you can see how cool the background is and how cool the effect on this image is. It's natural. It's not red, it's just natural. So that's how you retouch your images for you to use them. So thank you for watching this class. I will see you tomorrow in the next class.